Welcome back, dear students. Today we are going to study part 5 of the chapter Decision Control Structures in Java. Students, in this part we are going to study the while loop in Java. Okay, so let's talk about the while loop. Now, students, in the previous class you studied about the for loop. Okay, now while loop is a little bit different than the for loop. The while loop repeats a statement or a block of statement till the specified condition remains true. Okay? It initially tests the condition before executing the loop body. That means while loop will first check the condition. Okay? And if the condition is true, then it will repeat the block of statement. Otherwise, if the condition is false, then it will not execute the statements and it will terminate the program. The condition can be a boolean expression as you have seen earlier. Okay? Now, the body of the while loop will be executed as long as the conditional expression remains true. We have already discussed this. Okay? Now, when the condition becomes false, the control passes to the next line of the code immediately following the loop. So, this is the general syntax of the while loop. This is how the while loop works. First, there is an initialization expression. Okay. Now, in any loop, students, we have studied that in any loop, there are three things required: the initialization expression, the test condition, okay, and the increment decrement operator. Okay. Okay, increment decrement is also required, either increment or decrement. Okay, now see, in while loop, first we have to write the initialization expression. We have to take a variable and then we have to initialize that variable first. Then we have to write the this while, okay, in small. Okay, this is the while statement. Okay, and inside the parenthesis you have to write the boolean expression or the condition. Okay, if this condition is true, then the statements written inside this body of while loop, okay, whatever is written below this, okay, inside this two curly brackets, whatever statements will be written inside this, those statements will be executed if this test condition is true. If this test condition is false, then the control will come outside this and these statements will not get executed, but the control will come outside this and then the program will flow. Okay, so this is how the while loop works. Okay, now this is your flow chart for the while loop. See, the program starts, it's okay, initialization, then it takes the initial value, then test the condition based on the initial value. Okay, so the condition is tested. Now, this condition can have two answers, either true or false. If the condition is true, then the execution will enter the body of the loop. Okay, then it will search for these statements which are written in the inside the body of the loop will be executed, and then it will increment the value by 1. Okay, increment the value by 1 and again check the test condition. After incrementing the value, if the test condition is again true, then again this body of the loop will be executed for the second time. Okay, and then again it will increment the value of the variable by 1 and again check the test condition. Now, after incrementing for the next time, if the now the condition is checked and if the condition is false, then the execution will go outside the body of the loop and this whatever statements are written will not get executed and the program will terminate. So this is how your while loop works. Okay, now students, there is a simple program over here. Okay, a program to print happy birthday message for 10 times. That means you have to print this message again and again 10 times. Okay, so it is following the loop. Okay, Now, you have to print the same statement happy birthday 10 times, okay, using the while loop. So let us see what is the program. Now see students, they have declared the class, okay, this is the class birthday. You can give any name to your class, okay. Then you open the class. Then this is our public static void main string of args. This is our main method. Then we open the main method. Inside the main method, the first thing that we need to do is initialize the expression. So we are taking a variable a, okay, which is of integer data type. So int a equals to 1. Now what is this? We have taken a variable a and given its initial or first value as 1. Okay, so we have initialized a variable a and given it first value as 1. After that, what we need to do, we need to write our condition with the while statement. Okay, so while, then test condition. So see, while is written and this is the condition. How many times we have to print this statement according to the given program? 10 times. Okay, so the value of a should be less than, less than or equal to 10. The value of a should be less than or equal to 10. It should not be greater than 10. Okay, it should always be either less than or equal to 10. Unless and until the value of a is less than or equal to 10, the statements will get printed. As soon as this value gets above 10, the value of a gets above 10, then the statement will not be printed and the execution will come out of this while loop. Okay, so let us see how this loop is going to work. Now see, after this they have given us the statement that we need to uh, print happy birthday. Then after that they have, this is the increment, okay, a equal to a plus 1. Okay, a equal to a plus 1. What is this doing? Whatever is the value of a, it its value will be increased by 1. Okay, so this is the increment operator. Okay, this is the increment statement. Okay, this increments the counter by 1. Now see how this program is going to work. Okay, this is the class. Okay, then this is the main method. As soon as our compiler gets into the main method, int a equals to 1. The first value of a is 1. Okay, the initial value of a is 1. Okay, so we'll start with a equals to 1 and then we will get into this. Okay, it will check for the condition, is this 1 less than or equal to 10? Yes, it's true, 1 is less than 10. So if, because this is true, the this will execution will get into the body of the loop, and after that it will print this statement for the first time, happy birthday. Okay, and then this will be printed, this line will be printed, and then the execution will go to this, and a's value is 1. Now it will become a equal to a plus 1 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So the new value of a is 2, and again it will go to this while, and then the condition will be again checked. So is 2 less than or equal to 10? Yes, it's true. So again happy birthday will be printed, and now from 2 the value will become 3. Again it will go to this while, then the condition will be tested, is 3 less than or equal to 10? Yes, it's true. Again happy birthday, and so on. It will keep on printing until and unless the value of this a becomes 11. As soon as this value becomes 11, okay, this condition will become false, and when this condition becomes false, this, as soon as this becomes false, this will not enter this loop, but it will come out of the loop and the program will get terminated. So this is how it will print happy birthday message 10 times using the while loop. Okay students, so let me show you this program. Okay, see, this is the same program written. Okay, a is initialized as 1, then the condition inside the while loop, see, while, then the condition a is less than or equal to 10, then inside the while loop, inside the body of the while loop, we write the Java statement and the increment decrement. Okay, and then we compile the program. no syntax errors. We will close it and I will run this program, and you can see that the happy birthday is printed 10 times. If you want to increase the number of times you want to print this, suppose you, instead of 10 you want to print it 20 times, just change this condition, a is less than or equal to 20, compile the program, close it, and then run the program. See, now the happy birthday is printed 20 times. Now you can print it any number of times as you want, okay, using this while loop. So this is the first example of while loop. Then the next program is write a program to print a table of 5. So using while loop we have to print the table of 5. So this should be your output, okay, the table of 5. So let us see how this is done using the while loop. So they have created a class table, okay, then you open the class, then public static void main string args, this is our main method, then you open the main method, okay, then initialization, see they have initialized a variable a, okay, int a equals to 1, okay, so the value of this variable is set to 1, okay, the starting value. Then while they have given a condition while a is less than or equal to 10, because see they want to print from value of 1 to 10, okay, so this is your a, this a is incrementing 1, a equal to 1, a equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 10, okay, so this is that condition. Then this is the uh, this is the body of the loop. Inside the body of the loop, they have written system.out.println. Okay. Now see, whatever is written inside the double quote, it is a string and it will be printed as it is. Okay. So this 5 and this asterisk will be printed as it is. Okay. Then again, see, this is written inside the double quotes. So this will also be printed as it is. But whatever is not written inside the double quotes, like this A, this is not written inside the double quote, and this 5 in asterisk A, this is also not written inside the double quotes. So their values will be printed. Okay, they will not be printed, their values will be printed. They will be calculated and their values will be printed. So see, 5, then this asterisk will not be treated as a multiplication symbol. Why? Because it is written inside the double quotes. Okay, and whatever is written inside the double quotes in Java is inside this print system.out.println statement, that will be printed as it is. Okay, now what is this plus? Okay, now see, I told you that this is the first string, then this is a program component or a variable, then this is another string, and then this is another program component. Now to concatenate them in the same line, these plus symbols are used. To concatenate this string with this variable, this plus is used. To concatenate this string with this variable, this concatenation operator is used. And to concatenate this equal to this string, okay, with this program component, okay, 5 into a, this concatenation operator is used. So this is your system.out.println statement, and then your increment decrement operator. So this is the increment operator, a equal to a plus 1. Now you can write this in this manner also, okay, instead of using a equal to a plus 1, you can write a plus plus also, as this is the, what is this, this is a unary increment operator, okay, it will increase the value of a by 1, okay, so you either you can use this or you can use this also. Now moving on, then you close this body of the this while loop, then you close the main method and you close the class. Okay, so let me show you this program, the same program. See, same thing, initialize the value of a as 1, then the while statement, and then the condition while a is less than or equal to 10. Then inside the body of the while loop, system.out.println, 5 Now I have used this small x to determine to make it look like multiplication symbol. Okay, so whatever is written inside this will be printed as it is because it is inside double quotes. Okay, then this a, this whatever is the value of a will be printed over here. Then whatever is value of this 5 into a. Okay, this 5 is a constant over here. This 5 is constant and this a is variable. So when the value of a will be 1, then this will be calculated as 5 into 1. Okay, after that when the value of this a increments, okay, and then value of a becomes 2, then it will come over here. Okay, and then 5 into 2 will be calculated, which is equal to 10, and so on. It will go on till where? Till the value of a becomes 10. When the value of a becomes 10, this will become 5 into 10 and you will get 50. Okay, and after that it will increment it to 11, and then again it will check the condition. When it will check the condition for 11, 11 is less than or equal to 10, this will be false. Okay, this will become false, and when this become false, it will come out of the execution will come out of this while loop. It will not go inside the while loop, and then it will come out, and then the program will get terminated. So this is how this program works. So we are going to compile the program, then we are going to close it, and then we are going to run the program and see the table of 5 has been printed over here. So this is how you use the while loop. I hope this is clear to you. Now students, in the next lecture, we will study about the do while loop, which is the third type of loop in the looping control structure. Okay, and it is called as the exit control loop. Why it is called exit control loop, that we'll see in the next lecture. Okay, now if you have any doubts in this particular topic, while loop, then you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and be well.